Welcome back to Nerds in the Gym. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Marco. And today is July 2nd, 2022. We're already in the thick of it. Thick of summer.
Coming to you in high definition with our new camera.
Hey, this camera is, it's actually right now it's recording at the same as the GoPro, but the GoPro could go up way higher than this one.
Look, this camera brought to you by Marco's OnlyFans.
You really get all the toe pics you want.
You really into feet? Check out Marco's Instagram.
It's called This Little Piggy.
.org. It's not for profit. He does it for love of the perverts. First question: where's your giant water bottle, Marco?
All right, so actually that was my thing coming in today. Is I actually can't believe I accidentally didn't mention this to you before we started recording. I intentionally brought a mason jar. It had to be okay. I'm sorry, I couldn't find an actual water bottle, but we all know the obnoxious noises my water bottle makes. So now I can drink.
Penis.
In almost complete silence.
That is the worst thing I've ever seen.
No feedback. Also, except me shutting.
Except the obnoxious opening and closing sounds. You've traded one for the other. I guess I could get you a glass. But there's a lot of money on this table.
Well, I just don't have to keep opening and closing it either.
Maybe get a straw.
Oh, yeah, because you want me going...
Alright, we're off to a rocking start here. Alright, Meerkat, where do you want to start today? No new Obi-Wan.
I know. Did you watch Jokers?
I did watch Jokers.
What were your thoughts?
I enjoy this season thoroughly.
So the first challenge I thought was a great challenge. The drink one.
Yes. You know what's messed up? Is I literally just watched it less than 12 hours ago.
You forgot it.
Already.
But you saying that, it's not bad because I went to that one because I can't remember the second challenge now.
So anyway, if you haven't watched it yet, they did the... What do they call them? Focus groups?
Yeah, but this was more of a one-on-one focus group type thing.
Right. So it's still a focus group. So Sal went on, did the podcast circuit. He did Your Mom's House. He did Theo Vaughn's.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a lot of in behind-the-scenes features.
Yeah.
And he was just talking how do you not get recognized? And he goes, well, the focus groups are easy. Because you give them like a 30-page paper to fill out. And then you have secret questions in there that like make it very hard.
I would like them, when the show is all done, I would like them to just release like a website that has these questionnaires to go through, just to see what they're like.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Honestly, man, I just want like a couple episodes where they tell people they're on the show.
Yeah.
And see their reactions.
You know, that's probably something they'll release when the show is finally done, is a bunch of the reactions of them finding out, like, they're on the show and everything, or the ones where it's people that recognize them. Because we get those here and there, but we don't get a lot of them.
Right, because they shut them down pretty quick, so that people don't recognize. The problem I think they have is, like, oh, I'm going to post the Jokers are here, and then you have like, less than an hour to...
And that's where they, like, pay them off, have them sign a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What was the second challenge? Do you remember?
So...
I remember the punishment and the drink one. Oh, it's the CrossFit.
Yeah, the working out.
Yep.
I'm so glad you remembered because I was going to pull it up on my phone. So first one was funny.
Yes.
I guess it kind of shows you how different people... Like, the second someone said I might get diarrhea from a drink,
yeah,
I'm not doing it. They're going to pay me anyways not to drink it? Like, why would I drink it?
You know, these people... It kind of felt like they were just kind of like... I don't know. Like, they just didn't care.
I think it's not like $40 for doing a focus group.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, let me close that door. Crisp. So I think it's just like if people like just want their $40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll drink these 6 things and I'll get out of here. Make $40 in a half hour is a pretty good payday.
Yeah, it is.
But especially the colors. Those colors were so bright. I would be very, very concerned to drink anything that was that fluorescent.
Yeah, it was very I don't know.
When are you watching? Are you watching it right after it happens, or are you watching it the next day?
So yesterday, I completely forgot Thursday night that even came out.
Mm-hmm.
Because typically I'll watch it when it goes on, because even if I just watch it on demand, I feel like I hit more ads on demand than I do when I actually watch it.
For sure.
So, but yesterday morning I had my cup of coffee, was watching it with my cup of coffee.
I was about to say, I ended up watching it Friday night.
Yeah.
But, no, like that one, it's solid. It's nothing we haven't seen before, but it's funny enough.
I also felt like in that challenge, the reactions I was getting from the people weren't what I would expect.
I would think people would be a little more unhappy.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, gonna get massive diarrhea. Yeah.
Well, it was that or inverse diarrhea, so it was...
One or the other. My favorite joke, and it was during Q's turn, that they just kind of glossed over, and you might be too young for it, but it's like, might cause Hulkamania. Yeah. Which is Hulk Hogan would Hulk up in the 80s. Oh. And Hulkamania would run wild on you. So the idea that this drink would make you get super ripped and then run around like an 80s pro wrestler. Okay. And they just kind of glossed over it.
Yeah. Oh, that makes more sense now.
I thought so. Well, I mean, you probably...
Because when it was saying that, I was thinking of like Hulk Rage. Like when Hulk goes green and stuff.
It's all good, man, because you are probably the last generation that didn't have Hulk Hogan as a staple. Like, you know,
as
who
a staple,
he is.
like he came on once in a while,
right? But like, so you knew enough who he was. But
yeah,
he wasn't like an icon anymore.
Yeah. Second challenge, the CrossFit one.
Funny.
I thought it was funny. Again, thought they could have done more with it.
I find the second challenge very weird lately because they just bring in a random person that they're friends with, but we don't know them enough to care.
I liked the challenge. I was surprised that, because it was only them and one other person or two other people. Sal had two other people with him.
I don't think so. He just had that one guy that was helping him, and then he didn't want help, and they wanted help.
There was a second guy there, though.
Was it kind of glossed over in the edit?
Maybe. The second guy, he demonstrated like the bench press and stuff to them.
Oh, no. So that's the guy, he was in with all three of them. That was their friend.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And and again, nitpicking at this point, but when you have someone that's not used to being on the show, you can tell. Kind of like the director from last week. It just didn't flow right.
Wait, when they were doing that challenge, was it they were just like doing workouts incorrectly, or were they trying to be a trainer?
No, so the other person was the trainer, their friend.
Yeah, okay,
then it was just do what you're told.
But then they kind of like took this, but like for all of them when they were doing what they were told, they made it so it made it seem like they were training the other person. It kind of felt like.
They kind of made that twist.
Yeah, and it felt like that for every person. I would have preferred if the challenge was more they're like a substitute trainer that day.
They've done that before, though.
They have, but I think it works better.
I agree with you. I think they're just trying to take things you know and give it a little bit of a twist.
Yeah.
But Rob Riggle is so funny.
You know, I love this challenge because he was actually this punishment because he was actually involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I thought these punishments were going to go more so, as opposed to like what's her name was involved on the first one.
Yeah.
But like last week with Jost there,
just kind of watching.
Which one was that?
That was the dog.
No, I know, but which
Colin?
That one's
Colin is
Casey's
SNL.
the one
Casey's
on the show.
The director.
Because he just sat there and watched, which like I understand the enjoyment. He definitely like came up with the idea of it, but I like it when they're actually involved in some way.
It was also the funniest because I don't even know what you want to call them. They're right before commercial breaks. They're doing skits.
Yes.
So it's honestly the funniest skit so far with the guest where Rob was just looking at the camera and wouldn't make the gin and tonic.
Yeah. I think...
And even the intro, I actively laughed out loud.
that was funny.
Where Rob Riggle is in a lot of things, but then he does the dumb voice, like, mocking you.
Yes.
And he does it with all his characters. So when he did it to Sal...
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be in the shoe.
And then Sal does it back to him, and he's like, come on, man. Like, what is that for? Yeah. And then Q's like, he's our guest, Sal. Yeah, that's I feel like he's going to be one that's going to be on multiple times as a guest as long as they need a guest. I could see him coming back on.
I can see it.
Because he also, like, within the punishment, you could tell there was a chemistry and in those skits.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Colin, like, there wasn't, like, the same chemistry with the first two guests than there is.
So I believe Rob Riggle has, like, an improv background.
Yes.
After he was a Marine, he did stand-up comedy, but he also does improv.
And I think that helps a lot.
I think that's a really big...
You know, maybe that's what they need to do. They need to just go after and get all these improv artists. Let's get our boy Steve Carell on there. I don't think he wouldn't be good on the show.
Steve Carell, I think he's just too famous at this point.
Too famous, but also, have you seen him in public? He's a very humble guy. He's not like
Have you seen him in public?
Like on interviews or just like videos of him in public.
You know that's not public, right? You know, like talk shows are staged.
No, like I'm like just a general social media video of like people meeting him in public, those types of things.
Why are you watching that? Seems kind of creepy.
I don't see stuff.
You a big Minions guy?
Yeah, you want to know what happened? Oh yes, the Rise of Gru came out. Have you seen all those memes actually?
The Minions?
There's like this cult following behind the Minions, and I'm not understanding it entirely. I'm not sure if it's a joke or if people legitimately love the Minions.
I don't know. So Minions were after me. I assume they were after you too. Those are pretty...
Despicable Me didn't come out too long. That was the first movie that started it all.
Right.
It came out in 2010, so it's not like...
So you were 11?
I would have been 10 at the time.
Okay, so never mind. Then this is right up your alley.
It came out July 9, 2010, so 10 days before my birthday, but I don't remember seeing it.
I don't remember, like, did Despicable Me take off right away, or was it like a slow burn?
Let me check.
Because it's so big, I don't remember a world without it.
Okay, I don't know why there is so much. Wait, isn't there just like a reviews or critic thing on here?
Oh, it's not a big deal, man. But, I mean, they're on the fourth one.
Well, no. Okay, so I was on a page. There's a main series, Despicable Me 1 through 4. Mm-hmm. There's a prequel series, Minions, which came out in 2015, and The Rise of Gru, which just came out yesterday. There's a bunch of short films. There's Saturday Morning Minions, which is a web series. There's Minions Holiday Special, which is a television special. There's video games. So like,
this is a thing.
This is like a universe. That's insane. All right, reception. So it actually had good reviews, and it earned...
Oh, but I can tell you before you even read it, if it has all that, it wasn't a slow burn. This was a phenomenon.
Yeah, it made $543.2 million worldwide, and its budget was $69 million.
Yeah, so just printed money.
Yeah.
Did you see the Office intro that they remade with Minions?
Yes, I did actually. Saw that on TikTok.
And Steve Carell said he would be open to redoing an entire episode of The Office with the Minions.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He doesn't know what they have to do exactly to get the rights, but he said he'd be open to it. But flashback to Joker's real quick. Punishment was hilarious.
Oh, I loved it.
Because there was just no reason for it.
There was no reason for it. The best part is it's a punishment where Murr legitimately had to do nothing.
Mm-hmm. And get punished.
Yes. But I love how they brought Dr. Franken. I was like, there's no way they do another prostate exam.
I thought it was getting close.
It was.
I thought he'd walk off the show at that point.
Yeah, no, it was great. I love that when Rob Riggle's reading through the scroll and he's like, "Oh, lost my place. Got to start back." And everybody's like, "No, no."
Well, the best part is there's like 6 people doing the murder mystery, and 3 of them were in on it.
I know.
So you're really only embarrassing Murr in front of 3 people he doesn't know.
What was up with that guy when they revealed the killer?
And he just decided he was the killer for real. Started choking people.
He went full Ted Bundy.
I think it's just when you try and do those things that you're playing along with.
I know. It was kind of like freaky though, like because he'd like start like without question he went straight for it. You know what's even better is that going into that game, wouldn't he know whether he was the killer or not beforehand?
I think that's how it works, but that's why he was surprised when he wasn't. But
yeah, okay.
The wedgie at the end is what sealed it for me. Is when he just pretty much just like gives him a wedgie, rips off his
thong.
Thong, yeah.
Oh man. So this weekend's 4th of July weekend. You a big 4th of July guy?
Not at all.
For some reason I had a feeling this is like one of those weekends you just like are like time periods.
When I was doing hospital security, 4th of July was the worst because they would do fireworks in the neighborhood, and then you would just have a bunch of people like trying to get into our parking garages to watch fireworks. Of course, the bosses say you can't let it happen, so then you're in the parking garage chasing people out.
Yeah.
Then you have the drunks coming in because everyone's hammered and getting hurt and blowing up their hands.
So are you not a fan of fireworks in general?
I'm okay with fireworks. I can give or take them. I just don't get super excited.
I like watching them. I think they're fun to watch. Dude, you know how...
when was the last time you actively watched fireworks?
Last summer.
That was the most sincere look on his... Last summer, of course. It's magical.
You know how at Wacona Park for the Suns games, or when they were like the Colonials and stuff, every 4th of July they had the fireworks after?
That's the ones I'm talking about.
So this year they don't have them.
That's what I heard.
Because of a fireworks shortage. So instead they're doing a laser show.
Pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew.
I hope they start throwing some... You ready? It's coming out again this week. I hope they throw some John Williams bangers out there. Go with the lasers.
I just hope it's just one guy with a laser pen.
Go Greg! Go Greg!
I feel like there's just some things that are getting phased out of our life because it's just like, yeah, I can go watch a laser show, or I can go watch, I don't even know, anything I want at home.
If you're to see a laser show, though, there has to be music is the thing. Fireworks, there doesn't need to be music or anything. Part of the experience is the sound of them going off.
If you ever watch fireworks to music, it's pretty sick.
It is pretty sick. I've, what is it? Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I remember because they had the laser show going with fireworks going off inside the arena. Like, not like massive fireworks.
Not the Christmas show, you noobs. Marco goes in the middle of the summer for the hardcore stuff. Marco tours with the band.
Do they make anything other than Christmas music?
Yeah, they do. But exactly. That's exactly the response everyone has.
Well, you learn something new every day.
My thing for Trans-Siberian Orchestra, I'm a big like, oh yeah, I'll listen to a song and then I'm done. The idea that you're going to drive 2 hours, park, go inside, watch a 2-hour show, and come back, can't do it.
Do they make music to movies and stuff or no?
I don't think so.
Actually,
I would not watch that movie.
Speaking of orchestras and John Williams, did you see that he is finally retiring?
Yeah, I saw that.
Indiana Jones 5. Well, it's going to be his last film. He's still going to do other like concert stuff and everything. But think it's going to be a good score. He always has a good score, I feel like, but
you're the only one that seems to care about this, Marco.
It's
the idea that you watch a movie and go, and unless there's like a really good soundtrack, which means like good songs I know, the idea that you sit there and be like, man, that lightsaber fight was cool, but did you hear the trumpets? Oh man, I really hope 85-year-old Indiana Jones jumps and runs from a boulder.
Or Duel of the Fates. Corn on the cob. You know that part of the song?
I don't know. I mean, let the guy retire. He's been doing it for 60 years.
I know. He's 90-something now.
I mean, I feel bad when he kicks the bucket and this is all on audio, but no, I'm not a big I'm a soundtrack guy. I'm not a score guy.
Yeah. I just realized when I took this off of the thing up there, I took it off incorrectly.
Classic.
So now, yeah, it's not supposed to be like this. Well,
you're a big Toy Story guy. You see Buzz Lightyear?
I did not see Buzz Lightyear, but I saw Tim Allen's comments on it.
Well, I guess we can't really talk about it. I didn't see it either. But I didn't really have a game.
Do you know the premise of it?
Yes.
So
it's not the toy.
For the viewers, it's what the toy was inspired by. The toy is inspired by this.
For the viewer, go ahead.
For the viewer, so the toy is inspired by this actual character within the universe, and Tim Allen came out and he was like, it's not. He's like, when I think of Buzz, I think of like Buzz and Woody going on their adventures. This isn't Buzz Lightyear as we know it. He's like, it's completely different. He's like, and he said something like, I don't know if it's true, because I think that he's also probably a little upset that he didn't get the role. But he was like, there was always a captivating story in the Toy Story movies, which Toy Story movies actually have great stories.
I know they're your bread and butter.
But he was like, this didn't have like one of those like, I don't know, like those like great in-depth stories. It was kind of just like, it was just for the fun. It wasn't like there's like this great adventure that you go on or anything.
I'm sure I'll see it soon. I just the intriguing storyline for me is Top Gun Maverick. And I know what you're thinking. What's Top Gun Maverick have to do with Buzz Lightyear? Top Gun comes out, does amazing, cranking out the money for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Jurassic Park comes out, knocks it off the number one spot for 1 week. Jurassic Park is tanking because of bad reviews. All right, another week goes by.
Wait, so when did Lightyear come out then?
The following week.
So it came out June 17th, yep.
Yep. So all of a sudden Buzz Lightyear comes out, cranks out money the first weekend, starts to tank. And all of a sudden by week 5, they're in a 3-way tie for first place. Top Gun, Jurassic Park, and Buzz Lightyear. So Jurassic Park is not done well.
Yeah.
Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear there hasn't done well by their standards. Again, all of these made money, but not what they wanted.
Actually, Buzz Lightyear had a budget of $200 million.
Mm-hmm.
Only $156 million so far.
And that's not even including advertising.
I think the budget includes advertising.
Oh, does it?
I think it usually does.
So anyway, so by the end of the summer, it'll at least break even.
Maybe.
I would. But anyway, so Top Gun in week 6 is in a 3-way tie with 2 other blockbusters for number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still cranking out money. I did see it. It's amazing.
Well, like, the question is because it's getting, like, mediocre reviews, the Lightyear movie.
Oh, they're going to say Top Gun. I almost punched you.
So, Rise of Gru is getting about the same reviews, but I feel like anybody that was going to go see Lightyear, if they may choose to see Rise of Gru instead. So, I don't know if Lightyear's going to make that much more money, honestly.
Oh, no. So, what happens with movies, now that...
Oh, streaming, like, right after?
No, I'm talking about making money. So, what's going to happen is it's going to be in theaters somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It will go... Excuse me. It's going to go to smaller theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to go to drive-ins.
Yep.
And then money's going to trickle in. And I'm sure it has opened in smaller countries.
Yeah.
So it's going to... It's only short $50 million.
Well, there's a lot of places Lightyear can't release in.
Yeah, I heard that. But... I'm not even saying those countries.
Yeah.
But $50 million is kind of a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
For these movies. Because my thing is,
like,
they even brought Morbius back to theaters.
Yeah.
To try and suck just a little bit of life out of that movie.
Like, it doesn't matter. Disney doesn't... Like, obviously they don't want to lose $50 million, but what's it going to do to them? So I found out, or I heard the other day, they're making about $10 billion from Disney Plus yearly.
And that's before they increase it?
Yeah.
So I signed up for Disney Plus 3 years ago, before it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, hey, we'll give it to you for $3 a month.
Yeah.
If you sign up for a 3-year deal.
Well, wasn't there, was that through the Verizon special thing?
No, this was even before the Verizon special.
Okay.
But anyway, so it's coming up into September.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the 3-year anniversary of Mandalorian, huh?
So let's take it this way. Like, they probably have one new show every 2 months, I'd say.
Not even, man. They've been going back to back.
Yeah, so, like, you have to think, like, a show runs, like, 2 months and then they release another.
Yeah, honestly, man, there's the only time I can think they've had not a new show, it's been a week or 2, max.
Like, how many new shows do you think they release yearly?
Between Marvel and Star Wars, at least 6.
Okay, so, if, like, let's just say that's even 10 at that point, because sometimes you have the cartoon crossovers, and let's say these have...
Oh, that's fair.
Anywhere from $50 million to $100 million budget. Look at that profit they're still making. They're still making, like, a $9 billion profit.
Oh, them buying Marvel and Star Wars just locked that in.
But like remember, like, the whole thing with television is you couldn't, like, make a lot of money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why people went to go, like, movies and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But now the script may be getting flipped a little.
Yeah, so the streaming wars have really kicked it off. There's no reason for cable television anymore.
No, there's not.
The second, well, Fox is owned by Disney now. ABC is owned by Disney. So the second NBC starts getting really good shows on their streaming service, Peacock is actually really good.
Yeah.
For what you pay $5 for no commercials.
Wait, so is Peacock under Disney then?
No, Peacock is its own entity.
But Hulu is under Disney.
Hulu is under Disney. And the rumor is that Hulu is going to get phased out at some point.
And go into Disney Plus somehow?
Somehow, yeah. But my thing is, Disney Plus is really good.
Mm-hmm.
How much is too much a month for Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Where I can already tell you, man, like HBO Max is like $13 a month. And I won't pay it. What I'll do is I'll buy it for a month, watch everything I want to watch.
How much is Disney Plus right now?
I don't know. I'm still on the $3 thing. I want to say it's $8.
It's $8 a month for ad-free streaming. You also have to think, they also have ESPN.
Yeah.
But that will always stay its own separate entity.
ESPN, the problem with ESPN, man, is until recently, ESPN was hemorrhaging money. That's how Disney ended up with it in the first place. Because they didn't have the NFL rights.
Yeah.
Except for Monday Night Football.
Yeah. So you can get Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus for $14 a month as a bundle.
Yeah, but I don't think that includes the no commercial one.
Also, no, for the Hulu, no. And then $80 a year for Disney Plus as opposed to $8 per month.
Yeah, okay.
But here's the thing. So you have to think, if they merge Hulu into Disney Plus, they honestly just have to bump that up by $2 to make it $10 a month. Mm-hmm. But then you're gaining all those Hulu viewers over Disney Plus that didn't have it too.
It's just some people just have Hulu.
Yeah,
which is fine. My thing is, have you tried watching Hulu with commercials recently?
It's awful.
It's unbearable.
They are long too.
Hulu. Every Black Friday, you sign up with a new account. You can get it for $2 a month for the year.
Oh, really?
Except it's with commercials. It's unwatchable. You watch the same 5 commercials every 5 minutes.
So I just get Hulu and Spotify for $5. I think it's for the entire year, actually, just for a student discount.
That's not a bad discount.
Or maybe it's $5 a month. It's $5 a month. But even then, it's not a bad discount.
Since you don't listen to music, what do you do when you drive? You just listen to the silence?
Yeah. Listen to a lot of Lonely Island.
Hello, darkness, my friend.
Finest girl I've ever met in my whole life.
You're just sitting there, just like, don't take the car off the road. Don't take the car off the road. Don't take the car off. Oh God.
Oh man.
Yeah. So Buzz Lightyear. Again, neither of us have seen it.
I probably won't see it, honestly.
I thought for sure you were jazzed when they announced it 2 years ago.
Because I thought it was about Buzz Lightyear, not about.
I think that
Chris Evans Lightyear.
That was towards the end of our COVID gym run, where it was just you and me, because people were coming in at the night.
Mm-hmm.
But we had the board where we were trying to figure out where this falls in Disney canon.
Yeah.
Because of the Buzz Lightyear TV series.
Yep.
Which they could easily just bring back at this point.
But there's no relation really. It's just a character that, like where the idea came from. Wonder if they'll ever make a 5th Toy Story. I don't think so.
I was just gonna ask you, did they announce another one? Because, honestly, man, every time they say they're not going to make a new one, they make a new one.
They make a new one, and the worst part is they're always super good. Like...
That's the worst part. The worst part is they're good. I think you have to admit you have a bias.
Will there be a Toy Story 5? They have yet to confirm one. I don't know, because after Toy Story 4, I don't know, it's... Man, 3 and 4 got too emotional for me.
3 was super emotional. I kind of fell off from there. My problem, well, it's not a problem, but the actors are getting older.
Yeah.
So you already lost Don Rickles.
Who did he play the potato?
I would type in Toy Story 1 cast.
Let's see. I think he may have played the Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, Don Rickles was Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
Who was older than the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. But 1995 was the original one.
Yeah.
So you have a aging cast. So if you want to do this again, you kind of have to like get moving.
You know what's actually scary about all this is that if they really wanted to, Pixar's under Disney. We know they have that AI technology for the voices.
I think was Mr. Potato Head in the last one?
I can't remember. I just remember I watched the movie and I was like, man, I'm upset with how all this has gone. Not like in a bad way. Like, let's see. He did play, so he was in there, but I don't know.
If I remember the story correctly, if he was in there, they used old audio.
Yeah.
And they remixed lines from the first one.
I'm gonna,
But I know Don Rickles passed away.
So the film was dedicated to him because he passed away in 2017. Movie came out in 2019.
The one that played Sarge, he passed away. He was a really famous actor. He was a military guy and everything.
So Rickles' family contacted Pixar and asked if there was any way to include him in the film. Pixar reviewed 25 years of archival material that Rickles had participated in, including unused lines from the first 3 movies, video games, and other related media for the franchise and other works, and repurposed for the use within the film.
Which is funny because when he passed away, they said out of respect they wouldn't do it, so that his family reached out. It was kind of nice.
Yeah.
So a couple recent ones that passed away. Mrs. Potato Head passed away.
Did she really?
She was a really famous actress, Estelle Harris. She was on a lot of TV shows in the 90s.
Wow, so we lost both the Potato. Oh. Wait, was she in Everybody Loves Raymond? Oh wait, no, maybe not. She was in Seinfeld. Okay, I've seen the clips from Seinfeld. She was also in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Forget her in that.
So Estelle Harris was George Costanza's mom on Seinfeld.
Okay,
but you'll recognize her almost instantly. She was in a lot of different shows. Slinky Dog was the one I was thinking of. He passed away.
Blake Clark. I don't remember him in anything. Oh wait.
But Slinky Dog was Ernest from Ernest.
Wait, is he the coach in Waterboy or something?
Who's that?
The guy that plays Slinky the dog. So he's been cast in numerous Adam Sandler films: Waterboy, Little Nicky, Mr. Deeds, 8 Crazy Nights, 51st Dates, and Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, Bedtime Stories, Grown Ups, and That's My Boy.
He was always there. Remember, he was the guy you couldn't understand in Waterboy.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Go get him, Ricky Bobby.
Yep. So he's another.
But this is what's going to happen when you have like a talented older cast. But like Wheezy the Singing Penguin was Robert Goulet.
Mm-hmm.
He passed away a long time ago. But no, R. Lee Emery, the one that played Sarge.
R. Lee Emery?
You'll know that he did commercials. He was in...
Wait, who was the one you said before him, though?
Robert Goulet.
Robert...
He's a famous singer, but he's been gone for a while.
Okay. Wait, Carl Weathers was in the 4th one? Gosh. Oh, wait, no, he was in all of them, I think. Jeez, I don't know. Wait, what was his name again? R. what?
R as in the letter R.
Uh-huh.
And then Lee.
R. Lee Ernie? Who did he play?
He was Sarge.
Okay.
The funny thing is he was a real-life drill instructor.
Yeah,
so they brought him on a set of one of the really famous movies. Ah. And he was so good at commanding the group that they just put him in the movie instead of the actor they cast for the role of drill sergeant.
This is a great... So for cartoons, though, do you think... Like, I don't know, like, it's easier for a cartoon to replace a voice actor because you can find people that can mimic voices pretty well. They also have the AI technology now.
My thing is, at what point do you want to do that?
Yeah. Personally, though, I don't think they need to make another Toy Story.
I thought doing a third one was a nice idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because at that point, the ones like me that grew up with it were old enough to appreciate like the trilogy. I don't have any skin in the game at this point.
Yeah, I recommend you watching Toy Story 4. I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay.
It's very emotional, though.
3 was super emotional watching it in theaters.
So, I remember...
Carl Weathers was Combat Carl's in Toy Story 4.
But I remember we went on a field trip to the movie theater. So, there was this thing... I must have been in 5th grade. And we went to... We had this thing... Did you ever have these things in school where you had to read, like, a certain amount of hours by a certain day? Your parents would sign off by it, and then you would get, like, a special prize or something? Yeah,
I was a 90s kid, so it was a Pizza Hut personal pan pizza.
So we used to have that, but for 5th grade, we had... we were supposed to go on a field trip to Mount Greylock. That ended up getting scrapped due to weather, so they brought us to the theater to watch Toy Story 3. I remember being in that theater, bawling my eyes out when they start going through, like, the trash compactor scene. And people are looking at me like, are you good? I'm like, are you guys not emotionally invested in this?
So I was in high school when that came out, and I remember watching it, and I was just like, oh gosh.
Even to this day, I tear up watching it. Knowing that they come out of it alive, I still tear up.
I couldn't believe it, to be honest with you.
Very good movie, though.
Yeah, that was Toy Story talk. We'll check back in with, see if we can get a spin-off.
I wonder, because I think the 4th one even got pretty good, because they all have, like, 98 plus reviews on Rotten Tomatoes.
Sorry, is 4 the newest one?
4 is the newest one. I think this one, yeah, has an approval rating of 97%. So the first 2 movies have 100%. 3rd one, I think, is 98%. 4th one's 97% from critics.
So again, like, I'm all for sequels and continuing the story, but if you're going to do it, you got to do it quick here. Because, not to be gross or rude or disrespectful, but when your cast is that old.
Yeah.
I can't believe Indiana Jones. I've been preaching it since we started this podcast. The idea that they pushed Indiana Jones 5 back. I kid you not, man. Probably
because
5
Harrison
years.
Ford couldn't stop getting hurt. God. I think there may be a teaser for that coming out very shortly. Actually, searching it up, apparently there's speculation this may be Harrison Ford's last movie.
Well, he's been retired, so he could have called it. My thing is also, when your actors get that old, you never know what their last movie is. If they're not going to retire and say, this is my last movie, you just never know. Like Bruce Willis, at one point, was the biggest action star in the world. And I can't remember what disease he got, but he had to stop acting. And he knew it was coming quick. So he was just doing like 6 movies a year the last couple years.
Yeah, what is the disease that he got? There was a lot of really bad movies during that time.
Well, that's the problem, is you get to a point as an actor where, like, if he did 1 movie a year, he would have been good. But since you do 6 movies that are going straight to DVD, you lose credibility. But I guess if you're worried about your family and financially, you just kind of take whatever jobs you can get.
What was it? Aphasia.
Yeah.
So basically he, like, can't, like, his words don't work properly as part of it. So he can't understand or express, like, speech properly is the definition.
So that's what he was, I don't know how long he knew, but the last 5 years he's been pumping out those straight to, I call them straight to DVD, because you can't even say straight to streaming.
Yeah.
Because that isn't what it is. He was literally just doing, oh, here's a movie.
Yeah.
It's not good enough to be in theaters. And it's just a bummer, because if you look at his work from, like, 86 to 2005, he was just the man.
Yeah.
So, but with aging actors, it's like, you gotta move.
So, you know, like how in Fortnite they always have, like, all these, like, weird skins and stuff in the game? Have you seen anything about it?
Yeah, I know.
So, like, right now they have a Darth Vader skin you can get. There's an Obi-Wan skin that you can get.
The Darth Vader, I don't know if they brought it back or not. The Darth Vader from a couple years ago, where one person's Darth Vader and everyone else is against him.
So they don't have that game mode right now.
Okay. That was so cool looking, I almost signed up.
So I'm playing it again because you can get the Darth Vader if you level up the Battle Pass all the way. And if you have the Battle Pass too, there's a challenge coming out this Thursday to unlock an Indiana Jones skin. Now, this game usually always has tie-ins to stuff that happens in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there was an event before Episode 9 came out where you, in this entire match, do all these things, and then there was this message that came out from Palpatine announcing his return.
Mm-hmm.
So, knowing how that Palpatine was coming back, as opposed to that throwaway line where Poe Dameron goes, somehow Palpatine returned. It's because that line was put into a video game for some reason as opposed to being in, like, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That message. But, so my thought process is, why would there be this random Indiana Jones skin right now? There's not an Indiana Jones movie coming out until next year.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing Star Wars stuff in this because the Obi-Wan show.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what's going on? I think that Indiana Jones teaser is releasing alongside that outfit being released on Thursday.
It could be. I just laugh because the word teaser means nothing anymore. Teaser used to mean like, hey, 30-second, or no, teaser used to be like a 45-second trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Teaser then went backwards into being 28 seconds of old footage that you've already seen and one line from the new movie.
I think this is going to be legitimate actual footage.
Now it's flipped back to the teaser is literally what a trailer used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And now the first new trailer is the teaser trailer with 10 extra seconds. No, you hold on. And now you get a new trailer every week until the movie comes out and you've seen all the footage.
To be honest with you, after how they did the trailers and stuff for Obi-Wan,
mm-hmm.
I actually trust them a little. Because that's how they should be done. We only got footage from the first 2 episodes.
So yeah, for that, for TV shows, I agree. For movies, ever since Age of Ultron, I will not watch all the trailers because I sat there with all the footage in my head already.
What I need from the Indiana Jones teaser is basically them just giving me a general idea of what the plot is in terms of what he's going after and why he's doing it. That's all I need.
What decade is this going to be?
I think taking place in the 70s, so 10 years after Crystal Skull.
Okay.
10, 15 years, but I think there's flashbacks too.
Okay. I mean, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be hard to get excited.
This is the first time we'll get a DH Harrison Ford.
I watched the new trailer. They watched for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Uh-huh.
And I swear they have 3 different trailers. They have the love one. They have the funny one.
Mm-hmm.
And now this one is the Thor sad one. And I was like, I know what this movie's going to have the same tone as Thor 3.
Yep.
Don't make it seem like it's deeper than it is.
You know what would really suck? If they brought Natalie Portman back just to kill her.
No, I think just the opposite. I think they're trying to give her her own project.
Okay, like a TV show?
I almost want to say they're trying to pass the hammer to her, which I don't want because I love Thor as he is. I would take her as a TV show. For the record, can we just take a second and address Natalie Portman? She gets no respect.
What do you mean she gets no respect?
I feel like she is very underrated.
I don't know. I think of her very highly as an actress.
But does everyone else?
Black Swan was a great role for her.
Never saw it.
Me neither.
This is the worst podcast.
We talk about things we know nothing about.
My thing, even in the prequel trilogies, no one ever says, "Oh, Portman was awful." No, Portman's great.
Hey, can we talk about her as a 14-year-old creeping on a 9-year-old boy?
I think that was a character. I don't think that was her.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, so I'm excited that she's back in
the Thor franchise.
Just the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
So I had another.
Have we seen if her sidekick's back yet?
She had a sidekick?
Remember Darcy?
No, I don't. Is that what, Thor 2?
No, Thor 1 and 2, and she wasn't in 3. But even in the Avengers, she shows up. She has curly brown hair, and she's always in the van.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Kat Dennings is the actress.
I really don't remember.
She's always saying things like, "What are you doing?"
I have a second theory that she takes over the mantle of Thor while Thor goes with the Guardians.
Could be. I'd be okay with that.
And he replaces Drax.
I'm intrigued to see how much of the Guardians are in it. Honestly, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I beat the COVID in time, so I don't have to worry about catching COVID in theaters. So I get to see it in like high definition.
For now.
For a while, I was only doing drive-ins, which is fun, but sometimes you gotta get the high definition screen.
Yeah. Oh, are they not like high definition at drive-ins?
To an extent, but with it, any time you get something so big and a projector.
I would have to guess though that in our area it's different than if you were to go one more like Texas area or something, higher economy.
Maybe. I've never been to a Texas drive-in.
Drive-ins are a little expensive now too because you have to keep your car running for the speakers, right? Or do they have the pull-in speakers?
You can buy the pull-in speakers.
Okay. Because I was gonna say because there's some drive-ins where you keep your car on and you go to a certain radio station that has the which that would be a little pricey nowadays with gas prices.
Well, when you're idling, you don't burn too much gas. But honestly, $15 and you get 2 movies.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Maverick so badly, and it kept selling out because we have one theater around here, and I really didn't want to sit in a completely crowded theater, so I almost went. But the first movie was Jurassic Park, which was 2.5 hours long. So Maverick wouldn't have started till like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, because most of the time for drive-ins, it's paired. I haven't been to one in a while. Usually it's paired movies. Like, you don't just see one movie. It's usually paired with another one.
Yeah, you see 2. What's cool, actually, about them is it used to be like old movies, but now it's like they get the new releases.
Oh, okay.
So, like, Shang-Chi, I saw that opening weekend.
Well, yeah, but that probably changed with COVID, too, because I remember there was a big thing where drive-ins, when COVID first hit, were specifically being used over other theaters. So that's probably when it changed to new theater releases.
Oh, no, so movies shut down for a while. So
yeah.
This is when movies came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you the address of the theater I go to.
Oh, okay. We could bring all one of our viewers with us, too.
So your mom, we're bringing your mom into the theater.
She doesn't interview us anymore.
No.
That's how much respect I've lost.
She's like, I'm sick of being attacked on this lame-ass podcast. Was there anything else you want to talk about, bro? With Obi-Wan gone, I feel like that just cuts us off at our knees.
I know. Oh, wait, there was something. I wonder if I bookmarked it on my Twitter.
The also problem is now we see each other through the week, but we already hit a couple topics. Obi-Wan Season 2 is almost guaranteed.
Did I bookmark it? No, I must have not. Man, I forgot to bookmark an awesome tweet. Yeah.
Story of a millennial.
Luckily, it didn't work out today. I can't put my deodorant on today. Well, and I know my pits are going to be smelling really badly.
Well, I like that you did a sniff test after we've been hanging out for an hour.
Well, I think we're the proper distance away. If I wear deodorant too many days in a row, I get a really bad rash.
Ladies, please, one at a time. All right, man. If you got nothing else nerd related, and we're just gonna stumble across the finish line.
Hey, we haven't stumbled yet. We're almost getting there.
That was we
almost got there with me talking about my pit smelling.
That was there's no nerd news, there's no football news, and we just got tackled out of field goal range.
Yep, pretty much, yeah.
All right. We've been Nerds in the Gym. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Marco.
And remember, deodorant's an option.
Wash your pits.